Alright folks, welcome back. This is Balatro every day, and today I have a confession. I've done some math. I don't think the observatory plan is going to work anymore. We did this before using Plinko to copy planets and Ankhs, 50-50 split between the two. And the idea is, if I'm using Plinko half of the time making planet cards, then I'm making less Ankhs per round. But if I use the planet cards for scoring, if I use the observatory for scoring, I don't need scoring jokers. I don't need Baron, I don't need Mime. I can use my joker slots for more blueprints and brainstorms. Overall, I can make more consumables per round, and using the observatory for scoring in the end game, I can survive longer. I can make more Ankhs in the end game. That's the idea, but I think with 3 consumable cards, if we're trying to do Ectoplasm and Ankh and planet cards, I think we're not going to get enough planet cards for it to really matter. Like if you have 30 planet cards is worse than just having 2 cryptids. So we should make cryptids, but it's too late to make cryptids unless you want to go pick up Seance or Sixth Sense or whatever it is. So the consequence of this is we're still going to do the baseball card Naneinf, but if we actually honestly want to get the baseball card Naneinf, we're going to have to do it the boring way. And that means selling the Mars card. And probably use the plutonium. Alright, so short-term goals. Right now we are going to use the Mime for scoring. For the steel cards, we want to find a Baron. Baron allows us to score with gold cards instead of steel cards, and then we can start snowballing and making more money. We want blueprints and brainstorms, of course, so we can copy Plinko, get more consumables per round. These are the hand levels. High card not that high because we were doing 4 of a kind for a while, but now with the Mime we unlock the ability to do the high card. That's it. Voucher wise, by the way, we've got boss reroll 1, we've got hand size 1, but nothing too spicy. So maybe we're looking for colas, maybe we're looking for a voucher skip. Anyway, let's go next. Alright, this card is fine. We have a telescope observatory, of course, so the celestial pack gives me 4 of a kind. I'm not going to open celestial packs anymore at all, probably. Like Hermie. Alright, what's in here? Bull and Constellation. Eternals we don't want. In general, we don't want Eternals. Boss says face down after played, okay. We don't have Overstock, but we do get a blue Joker here. Okay, so blue Joker instead of maybe we don't need the hand size, or maybe we get rid of Northern Lion. I think we can drop Northern Lion and try to pick up a gift card. Go one more. We do want to try to get a Baron. I'm not sure, maybe $10 is too expensive for a reroll. Let's go. Maybe we could spin the wheel. Sure. Go next. Alright, so even amounts of ectoplasms and Ankhs. That's fine. We can stick one back here and go next. Alright. I have a purple seal. I can discard kings for the rebate money. The only kings that we absolutely need are the steel ones and the gold ones if we can. So this red seal king I want to try to turn into gold. How many kings can we afford to discard? I don't know. Maybe I'll discard 2 like that. We could probably go one more. I don't need the blue seal. Maybe I discard the blue seal so we don't have to deal with it. Alright, maybe 2 more and that's enough like that. Okay, and then we do get the red seal we can make into gold. Copying the Mime. That's it. I want to say it's something like maybe 7 to 9 steel cards. Maybe looks like 6 is enough. Looks like 5 or 6 is enough. Cool. Rebate on 2s. Bummer. Alright. Celestial pack doesn't help us. We could go standard pack looking for polychrome. Ah, bummer. Okay. Judgment. Don't have room for judgment. Spin the wheel. Okay. Power, no. $10 reroll. We could go a little bit deeper. We got more money now. Maybe 15. One more. All right, Emperor gives me a Fool. I'm just gonna use it right away. All right, that's it. Go next. All right, a little bit ahead on Ankhs. It looks like we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these, 3 ectoplasms. I do want to use 1 ectoplasm, so maybe we sell 2. Sell 2 Ankhs. I want to use 1 ectoplasm, and I don't want to go too low on ectoplasms. I want to use ectoplasm so we can get maybe use 2 ectoplasms. Anyway, now might be a good time. Sell the rebate. Anyway, go next. I want to have more ectoplasms and Ankhs before I start using them, though. Ideally, let's go discard 1 purple, rebate on 2s. I can make a steel king here. I can discard purple here. Temperance for 23. Okay. Didn't get any 2s from my rebate. I think that's fine, I guess. There's the 2. All right. Use the temperance. Copy the mime. That's it. Rebate on kings. Great. What was the boss again? Boss is face down after played. Not a problem. Alright, there's a stuntman. Midas mask. Could be kind of fun. Make some gold cards against this boss here. Instead of the bean. Sure. I think we could do it. Maybe take a tower. Maybe take an emperor. There's a baron. I think baron means we get rid of the Midas mask. We could do the Midas mask, but then we miss out on the rebate money. I think I could also get rid of the mime. Take the baron. We can make gold cards manually. All right, now we want to try to get a showman. There's a devil. Take the devil. Rebate on kings. We can reroll a little bit further. I guess that's it. Okay. Temperance for 24. There's a death card. So I want to make more of these red seal ones. So let's go gold here. Emperor. Hermes, fine. So maybe make a red seal instead of temperance. We get more rebate money that way. All right. Let's go. Okay, even amount. Ankhs and Ectoplasms. That's great. We can copy the rebate. And basically now, if it's not gold, we can discard it. Justice we don't need. So the steel ones we could discard for money. Blue seal I want to discard. Purple. Give me strength. Devil. Okay, so we could do another gold king here. And then that's it. So blueprint on the baron. And then copy the mime for the end of round money. If you were curious, by the way, to get the Naneinf for the baseball card, if you have more uncommons, each individual baseball card does more, but you have less baseball cards. If you have more baseball cards, then you have less uncommons. And so the correct balance is something like 45 uncommons, 45 baseball cards, maybe 90 to 100 Ankhs and Ectoplasms each. That's what we're going for. Alright, take liquidation here. Check the boss. Boss says -1 hand size. That's completely fine. Okay, I got rebate on queens. Maybe now would be a good time we can sell the rebate, use the ectoplasm. Sell the rebate, use the ectoplasm here. Negative blue joker. Nice. Okay, there's a brainstorm. Okay. Now we're looking for a showman. Okay. There's a rebate. Instead of the juggler, okay. Still on queens. Okay, there's a death card. Alright, let's go in here. Alright, brainstorm is nice because it means I can put everything on the left. Death I can use to copy a red seal. Jacks, we can hang him. Go next. Okay, here again, choosing use death, skipping on 20 bucks. Okay, let's go rebate some queens. Okay, it looks like I'm ahead on Ankhs. So let's sell an Ankh and let's do this. So here's, there you go, 5 and 4. Let's do this so that they stack up automatically. There we go. This is the Saturn mod, by the way. Alright. Rebate the queens. Maybe. Discard the steel. Let's try to get a strength card. Get temperance. Alright, so we can rebate the queens here. Don't need the steel ones. Alright. Maybe I'm supposed to sell one more Ankh. I do want to use another ectoplasm, so maybe I'm supposed to sell one more Ankh so we get more Ankhs. We'll see. Okay. Copy Plinko. Alright, Buffoon pack. Trading card, I would love if it wasn't Eternal. Can't take Eternals. Bummer. There's a Showman. Eternal Showman. Probably we can't do it as an Eternal. Bummer. Oh well. Death card, I think I'm not going to do it. I don't want to accidentally get a copy from Plinko. Bummer. Alright, we need a showman that's not Eternal. Good luck. Alright, even amount, Ankhs and Ectoplasms. I think once again here we sell an Ankh so that we can try to get... I want to get up on Ectoplasms. Go here. Alright, discard 1 purple. Okay, discard another purple. I'm just fishing for strength. Temperance is fine, justice doesn't matter. Alright. That's it. Keep the gold ones for the money. Alright, and that's it. Something we could do, we could speed it up. We can increase the animation speed. That also comes from the Saturn mod, if you don't already know. And this visual comes from the Blueprint mod, is what it's called. Okay. Looking for Showman, maybe Sun. Temperance. Inweezable, I would consider it. But mostly looking for Showman. Here we could do a couple of hearts. There we go. We could do Chariot on... Doesn't super matter. Maybe I actually just want an Emperor, try to get money. Alright. Go next. Still up on Ankhs, so I guess sell one of those. Rebate the kings. Tower, I will stone a 6. Tower, we can stone the jack. Bang. Alright. We can do a little re-rolling. This boss, play only one hand, that's fine. What's in here? Okay. Rebate on kings. Midas Mask, we don't need. Don't need the plutonium. We just... I should have taken the sun, maybe? Maybe take a tower here. Fool for a tower feels bad. Chariot's okay. Alright, go next. So we can go Temperance here. We could use Strength and copy it with the Fool. I think I'm just going to use Temperance. Get more money. We're finding a showman. Alright, let's go next. Way up on Ankhs. We have way too many of those. Bummer. Alright, copy the rebate. Yeah, maybe I sell one more. Discard all the steel. Purple. Hierophant doesn't matter. Play one of these. That's it. Slow and steady. And I do mean slow. 2 booster packs. We can reroll 4 tarot cards. I want overstock. So we got a death card. We can look in here. Immolate. I don't think these are the ones that we want to burninate here. So let's just go death and skip. There's another trading card. There's a showman. Another eternal showman. You dirty dog. Go one more. Getting a little bit expensive. Take Hermie or Tower? I'll just take Hermie. It's fine. Let's go next. A little bit up on Ankhs. Let's sell one. Copy the rebate. A little bit up on Ankhs is okay in the end game, but right now I really want to keep them under control so we can get more ectoplasms. Queen and 8, we can hang them. Discard purple. No justice. Alright, play the gold seal, that's it. I think we're like... I think maybe we've sold 8 to 10 Ankhs already. That's really terrible. Alright, let's look in here. Could be polychrome. Nope. Alright. How deep do we want to reroll? Hermie's okay. Trading card? Nah, it's too late for that. We got that sorted. We do have a little bit more money. We could go maybe 20. Maybe showman here. Maybe drop the rebate. I want to use Ecto here. I really, really do. I'm afraid if we use Ecto, we're going to end up with not enough Ectos. Negative Plinko, that's fine. I'm going to sell an Ankh. That's fine. Okay, Midas Mask. Maybe. Now that we have room, maybe. Cartomancer, no. Card Shark, no. Let's just go next. Still too many Ankhs. I'm gonna keep selling them. Alright. Let's do the thing. We just want to draw... We only get one hand. I might want to do the Midas Mask shenanigans. So... Like, what if I do 4? And copy the Baron, and that should be fine. Now we got more gold cards. Overstock? Sweet. Alright, boss says my hearts are debuffed. Alright. We can deal with that. Free reroll, I think, instead of Midas Mask. I think we're done with Midas Mask. Hermie we can hold on to. Devil seems useful. Here's another free reroll. Inweasable? Maybe. Maybe rebate instead? We'll just do rebate instead. We'll just get the money. And we can go a little bit deeper, maybe? Alright. So... Gold here. Hermie. Hermie again. Go next. Alright, now we got even Ankhs and Ectoplasms. Now we're feeling better. Feeling better. Alright. I can hang the queens. Maybe. How about queen and stone we hang them? Maybe. Or just hang the queens, I guess. Alright, I have enough gold cards. I can discard all of these. Copy the Baron. That's it. Okay, I forgot to reroll the boss. We don't have retcon, so we can't reroll infinitely. So I need to reroll the boss so we have information about how we want to deal with it. Rebate on kings again, good. Alright, blueprint and brainstorm is what we're looking for. Okay. Rebate we already have. That's it. Copy Plinko, go next. This boss. Phase debuff, no problem. Alright. So discard all the steel ones. Discard non-kings. All of these gold ones we can discard. Bang. Alright. Come on, showman. Let's do the thing. Maybe polychrome? Nope. Okay. Temperance we can hold on to. Luchador we don't need. That's why you re-roll the boss in advance, so you know whether or not you need something like that. No blueprint. No brainstorm. Go next. Extra Ankh. +1 is probably fine. Do we want to go Ecto 3? Probably not. But I'm thinking about it. Alright. Play this one. Copy the mine, that's it. If I do plan on going Ecto 3, I have to sell an Ankh. Boss says play 5 cards. Hey, look, another king. Red Seal King is fine. At the very least, it's a king that we can discard to the rebate. 5th card. Sure. So Arcana, we could do 2 deaths. We can go get rid of the purple ones. I could go Temperance for 21. Or death, let's go take the money. There's a cola. I do want that actually. Judgment. Don't need popcorn. There's a bean. Okay. We could beat this boss with just the bean. Just play 5 cards or whatever. Maybe it's not the worst if we do end up re-rolling it. Alright, let's go next. That's too many Ankhs. By a lot. That's a lot too many Ankhs. Ouch. No discards. Bummer. Okay. Alright, let's get all the gold cards for the money and that's it. Alright, I'm looking for a voucher skip. We don't have blank voucher yet. We also don't have retcon yet. You need to collect colas. Too many Ankhs on that one. Okay. Alright, no polychrome. What's here? Also no polychrome. Let's go one more. There's that rebate. Alright, since we rerolled the boss, we can take the rebate. Rebate, of course, doesn't do anything against the boss because we won't be able to discard, but we can take the rebate for a little bit. Cool, for a judgment we can hold on to, I guess. That's it. Alright, now we got even Ankhs and Ectoplasms. Alright, discard the kings. We have extra kings now. Alright. Nothing too exciting. Nothing too spicy happening. And that's okay. Alright. Buffoon pack. Troubadour. Nope. Maybe should have taken Troubadour because we could get money from extra cards in hand. Full burglar. What about another Baron? That's unnecessary. All right, let's go here. I can make more gold. So temperance and then gold. Or I should have done it in the opposite order actually. Anyway, go next. +2 on Ankhs is fine. This boss, let's try this. If I play these 4, not copying the Baron, I don't think this wins. Right? And then that way I can draw more gold cards, so I can play this pair, which again doesn't win. I can play this high card, which does win. There we go. All right. Copy Plinko. Blank voucher, yes. Show me voucher skip. This boss is kind of rude, huh? All right. Show me blueprint. Okay. Blueprint replaces rebate. All right. Show me brainstorm. Okay. Plutonium. No. Cool. Okay. Hey, look, a red card. Can't take it. Eternal, you can't take it. Eternal negative uncommons I would take because of the baseball card plan, but otherwise we skip here. Go Arcana. Fool for Devil, getting mega punished. Actually, making gold cards is probably not the worst thing in the world, but this fool here, we sell it. Okay, go next. Now we're up on Ectos. That's good. I want to be +1 on Ectos. This boss, no repeats, no problem. All right. Gold cards, and then that's it. Ship it. Okay. Hoping for antimatter soon. Hoping for antimatter before I have to sell the showman. Because if I sell the showman, I don't know if he's gonna come back. Okay. Maybe I should have taken the hungman. There's temperance. I need more death cards. There's temperance again. Emperor. Okay, so we go temperance, we go emperor, we go arcana. Here we get death. So emperor gives me temperance. Make a gold card. That's it. A little bit more up on ectoplasms. I don't want to be that far up on ectoplasms, but maybe +3 is fine. Go next. Go here, and then copy them out. Okay. Go Plinko again. Spectral pack. Not sure what we're looking for. Cryptid maybe would be the best. Sun, I guess I could still do. There's Inweasable instead of Showman. No, we'll stick with the Showman. Okay. Power maybe. What's in here? Aura doesn't matter. Here's some parts. Aura here, I guess. Boiled again. So Queen and Jack, we can hang them, or I can turn them into stone. 37 cards. I'm thinking about if I have rebate and I discard. Maybe it's okay we hang them. Just like that. Go next. Alright, now even on Ectos and Ankhs. That's fine. That's good. That's okay. Ship it. One more 10 in the deck. 5 more rocks in the deck. 1 king of diamonds, 1 king of spades. We need to make more red seals so we can make more money. Scoring wise, of course. No trouble. We can go back in time, I guess. No real reason not to. This boss wants to debuff my clubs. That's fine. Temperance. There's a rebate. Strength card. Alright, well, strength is not going to happen anymore. I think we keep the Showman at least a little bit longer. Gift card. I really would love to. I guess we can't. Bummer. Nope. Alright, Arcana pack. We can go make another steel card. How about let's turn the 10 into gold and make a steel card here. That's gonna end up not mattering. Let's go next. Alright. In the end game, you can go up to, let's say, maybe 5 more Ankhs and Ectoplasms. But now it looks like relatively stable. Cool. Copy Plinko again. Eternal Blueprint would be really sweet if we could get it. Brainstorm. I could take a Brainstorm, but it would require me to drop the Showman, which I don't love. In the short term, it does allow me to make more consumables. But then we have to find another Showman. If we want to do antimatter, I could use Ecto here. What I don't want to happen is I don't want Ecto to hit my Showman. So I guess sell the Showman or hold out for Eternal Blueprint. Hold out for antimatter. I want another showman to show up, and then I can use Ecto and then replace showman with showman. Let's do that. DNA, not as eternal, I guess. Go next. Alright. Alright, here, and then copy the mine. So, sacrificing a little bit in the short term here, being able to make, you know, a few extra spectral cards, maybe it costs us, I don't know, 5 to 10 total spectral cards. Not having the brainstorm, but I do think that keeping the showman is better for the long term. We found many eternal showmen, but didn't find a clean showman. All right, mine we don't need. Devil maybe. Looking for death. Don't need Inweasable. Fool for temperance is good. Maybe could have held on to it. There's a blueprint. So we do want the blueprint, and I think we still continue to hold on to the showman. Like I said, once I get another showman, I can use Ecto. What I don't want to happen is get Ecto on showman, so we could go... I could drop a mime, but if I drop the mime, then we make less money. There we go. There's a bean. Looking for a second showman. There's a death card. Okay, so we take a death card. Fool for temperance instead of devil. Or do I want a death card? I think I'd rather have temperance. We could get the death cards eventually if we are patient. Okay. Maybe since we don't have antimatter, maybe I'm not supposed to reroll as much. I want to go death to make more gold. Temperance. Alright. Go next. Okay, up on Ectos is good because we said we want to use one eventually. And ship it. Alright, we really need antimatter. We really need, what is it? Voucher skip. Okay. Crystal Ball is not useless. This boss discards random cards. We can actually beat this boss. We don't need to re-roll it. Okay. Yeah, one of the things that's a little bit tricky with the director's cut is, since I can't reroll infinitely, I could possibly reroll into a worse boss. So we could look at the history here. This comes from the Cartomancer mod, but I can look at the history and I can see what we've dealt with so far. I guess this is maybe slightly inaccurate because we've rerolled some bosses, so it doesn't show the bosses that you skip. I think it just shows the bosses that you beat. Maybe. There's a luchador. I don't think we need that. Looking for another showman is what we really, really want. There's a cola. I'm tempted. Tempted to sell the mime. Bummer. Okay. Copy the Baron, and that's it. So play one of these. Copy the mime. Okay. And then we'll get Plinko going again. Yeah, so if it's E35 with that many cards in hand, if we lose 2 cards, then it still wins. Don't need a Baron. Keep rerolling. There's another luchador that we don't need. Hermie, let's go Emperor first. If I had taken the cola, I could have got the rebate there. There's Showman, but we don't want Eternal Showman. Bummer. Alright, Steel, no. That's it. Okay, roughly equal amounts of Ankhs and Ectoplasms. A little bit up on Ankhs is okay. In the end, you can go up to 5 extras. The reason for that, by the way, is your starting jokers are not going to be... Or you have 5 joker slots already. Potentially 6 if you get antimatter, right? And so not all your jokers need to be negatives. Okay. No polychrome. Death card. I don't want to get copied by Plinko. There's a Showman. So now we could Ecto. But if we do Ecto, this boss becomes spooky. -3 hand size. That's, I would categorize that as spooky. I guess we... We can save the Ecto number 3. We can save it until after we find DNA in the future. Or this is fine. Negative Baron is fine. Okay, so we go Showman. And probably now I sell 1 Ankh. Just to make sure that we stay relatively even there. Alright, Faces Joker gives me money. I'm looking for just like a little bit of hand size. Devil, no. Emperor, maybe. Juggler, not as eternal. There's a Brainstorm. That probably just does it. Okay. So, Temperance, and then Plinko. That's too many Ankhs. I had a suspicion. Too many Ankhs. Alright, so discards random cards. This is fine. Don't need to reroll. Top of the Baron and the Mimes, and discard for red seals. We do want the red seals. And do something like this. Easy. Yes. Okay. There's DNA. We could DNA. We don't need to DNA. We could DNA later. We can probably DNA. We can reasonably DNA later. Okay. Could go Inweasable here. I think I'm just still stick with the Showman plan. There's a gift card. There's Eternal Mimes. So here's the thing about the Eternal Mimes. So like in the end, use the Ankhs, use the Ectoplasms. We want to copy baseball card and some uncommons. But you know, if we copy the mime, then the mime gives you a bunch of points. And so you get the points from the mime instead of the baseball card. So if we want to do the true baseball card Naneinf, we don't take the mime. Alright, let's go next. Alright, even Ankhs and Ectoplasms, no problem. Let's go boss. Forces a card to be selected, that's okay. Go here. Alright. So digging for my gold cards. There you go. Copy the Baron. This is not the optimal scoring, by the way. If you do all the blueprints and brainstorms on the Baron, it's just good enough scoring. Plenty of scoring. We can look here, the history. We can see in the future. We can see 17, 18 we could do no problem. Alright. Looking for one more blueprint for brainstorm. Eternal blueprint. Actually, doesn't matter. That's it. Go here. So could be strength, could be fool for Hermie. Gold here. And that's it. Alright. Got a lot of garbage in the deck still. Okay, now we're up on Ectos, which is not where we want to be, but we gotta trust that it will stabilize later. Trust. Alright, here. Red seal or not red seal, they give you about the same amount of money. The red seal just gives you $3 more, that's it. So, if the cards in hand are not all red seals, then it's not an issue. Alright. Polychrome one time. Oh. Alright, let's check here. Nope. Alright. So one more. So Hermie and then Emperor. What about Brainstorm? Sure. That's it? Okay, that's it. Do we stop re-rolling now? There's not that much that we can gain, so probably we stop re-rolling. Alright. Baron here. Mime here. Oh, wait. Was I supposed to keep the Showman? In case we get antimatter, I was supposed to keep the Showman? Oh well. Alright, copy the Baron. That's it. Copy Plinko. Look, a glow up. Alright. Boss says, okay, we can beat that. We can play a pair or whatever it is. That's fine. Yeah, so let's do a little bit of re-rolling. We pick up Michelle here. Still no antimatter. That part's a little bit sad. Yeah. Bean. We don't have room for. I guess I don't re-roll that deep. I'm just looking for tarot cards before I open the spectral pack. Familiar incantation, no. Let's just go next. Alright, up on Ankhs, no problem. Could re-roll the boss, but we know for sure that we can beat it. It's fine. So let's not, you know, accidentally re-roll into a worse boss. I can show you here if we optimize our jokers better, we can actually score more points, like quite a bit more. E45, and so against the boss we just play a pair, no problem. Alright folks, I think that's going to be it for this episode. I think the rest here, you know, maybe going to be a little bit tedious, and so we'll do the rest on stream. We'll do it live. Exactly what day, I'm not sure yet, but you know, once I figure it out, the schedule, I'll put the information in the video description, or you know, maybe a pinned comment or something like that. Anyway, long term, what we're trying to do, we're trying to make obviously as many Ankhs and Ectoplasms as we can, but we want to get up to at least 100 of each, and then try to get the baseball card Naneinf. We want to get at some point in the future some kind of uncommon, eternal uncommon. We don't have to get it right now. We can just, you know, wait until the final round. Just pick it up from the shop right before the final round, should be no problem. The deck is okay, I guess. Didn't get the polychrome. Don't actually have that many red seals, so that is a thing that we have to figure out. When we do get the antimatter, we do need to find another showman, which is something that I got to figure out. I should not have sold the showman that we had. Maybe we're looking for a voucher skip so we can use the double tags. Maybe it was correct to sell the showman. I don't know. Maybe if we do get antimatter, we can get DNA and then use DNA to make more red seals. But for now, that's going to be it for this one. Take care, everyone.